Okay, today is September the 27th, which is Tuesday, and we're here with Thomas of the Political Observer. He's going to explain to us a little bit about his paper and where you can get it.
The Political Observer is a monthly broadsheet. We publish 6,000 copies, and we distribute to Santa Clarita, Canyon Country, Acton, Quartz Hill, Palmdale, Lancaster, Saugus. And it's a newspaper. It comes from a constitutional perspective, of course, protected by the First Amendment, and I try to cover local news each month. In addition to, I always try to put something in there that I think isn't that needs some more attention. So, for instance, this month I put a column by a writer named William Vance from Rockwell.com, and he dispels the myth that the terrorists hate us because we're rich and free, and he goes on to talk about occupation. So some would consider it controversial. I consider it to be information that people need to know and read, so I don't think that's controversial. We've been in business for 7 years now. It's usually about 16 to 20 pages, and it's a great paper, and you got to check it out. And if you want to learn more about it, you can call 661-942-1996.
That was 661-942-1996.
See, people just can't get it out. Here you go, buddy. That's really important. And it's just the old-fashioned way of pounding the pavement to get the paper out. We have hundreds of distribution points, but as you can see by the people walking by, I do what's called pamphleteering. And people walk by, I extend it out. If they take it, that's great. This issue is kind of a gem for me. I did a one-year investigation on Lancaster parking enforcement. Code dictates spaces need to be 9 feet wide for standard, and I think it's 7 for compact. And I had jury duty, and I had a very difficult time fitting my vehicle into the space. So during the jury briefing, the jury briefer told the prospective jurors that they may wish to go outside and make sure the vehicle is parked properly, because parking enforcement patrols the lot and gives you a citation for not fitting into a single space. So being the inquisitive journalistic mind that I have, I went and researched the code. I found the dimensions, the minimum dimensions, went back to the courthouse and measured, and lo and behold, spaces were up to 2 feet too small. So I went around town and documented spaces throughout Lancaster where the spaces are too small, and lo and behold, I was correct. So parking citations are down 89% since I first broke the story for this particular infraction.
Oh, really?
And I think, you know, that as a journalist, that's what you want to do. You don't want fame for yourself, but you want to try to make a difference for people. Justice.
What do you mean not parking in a single space?
You have your lines for parking. You have to park within those lines.
Yeah.
If your tire is on a line or over, you get a citation. But code says the spaces are supposed to be 9 feet wide. Around town, some of the spaces are 7 feet, 7.5, 6.5. So you don't fit. Right. They shouldn't give you a citation.
True.
So I reported on it, and they stopped writing those citations.
Oh.
They went down almost 90%.
Unless it's 9 feet or more, then.
Right. However, there is a code that states if your vehicle is too wide to fit, a tractor trailer, pickup truck, a dually, you're exempt. But the city was still.
Or it's real wide. What do you call those?
The dually trucks, double axle,
or Hummers.
You're supposed to be exempt.
Or Humvees.
Right.
Those are even wider. Yeah.
So it was a success because they stopped issuing citations for that.
Wow. Oh, yeah. When if they took out the camera lights already?
I think they're supposed to come down the end of this month.
Yeah, they said hopefully by the 30th, and it's already 27th. I don't know.
3 more days to go.
Yeah. Yay! I travel a half a mile to a mile out of my way all the time, so I wouldn't even go through those things. I didn't trust them.
I avoid them.
They make you paranoid.
So you're not only getting the word out with your paper, but you're actually making a difference.
I try. One other story that I'm proud of, I noticed in Palmdale a few years ago that in the poorer parts of town there were no bus stop benches or shelters. And then when I drive to the nicer part of town, the west side, they had brand new shelters and benches, yet naturally people more affluent don't use the bus. But I noticed in the center part of town, I saw women and children and old people waiting in the sun. So I did a story, I ran the photo on the front page, and to the city of Palmdale's credit, they contacted me, and within a year they had bus shelters up. So I think that's more justice for the people.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
Other than that, it's regular news, but these type of stories are hard to come by, but they're worth it when you get to know them.
All right, very good. And do you also have a website?
It's TAVPO.com. It's just an acronym for the Antelope Valley Political Observer, TAVPO.com.
All right. Thank you very much, Thomas. Thanks
You're
for coming
welcome.
out here.
Right.
Okay.